o'clock.
It was a beautiful day to get out and vote, and I think that is sending people out and forming these lines.
Yeah, there's nothing to slow you down. A little chilly if you're heading out. You're going to want to grab a jacket, but the weather is looking to remain dry. So if you haven't gotten out to vote yet, the weather is going to stay dry this evening. You just want to bundle up. Temperatures will fall very quickly. We'll be in the mid-30s by 7 p.m. and into the low 30s by 8 p.m. Otherwise, again, the weather looking pretty decent. This morning, the moon was red. We had a total lunar eclipse. This picture from Heather. We have several fantastic shots of the moon early this morning. You can check them out on our Facebook page. Just search for WKTV weather. Current temperature is 41 degrees. We've had a breeze today. It hasn't been as windy as yesterday, but it is still very noticeable. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's dry, and we'll drop down into the 30s as we head into the next several hours. Clear skies. We have a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Friday. We're tracking the remnants of Nicole likely impacting our weather. Got all the latest details on that coming up. Back over to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. State police have recovered the body of a...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Clear skies and turning cold tonight. Overnight lows likely dropping into the low 20s, which would make it the coldest night so far this season. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Copy Tower Cam. We are past sunset, twilight. We are going to continue to hold on to clear skies throughout tonight and tomorrow as well. We're looking at temperatures in the low 20s. A hard freeze is expected overnight, so the frost will be likely developing before midnight tonight. And it could be pretty thick tomorrow morning, just something to keep in mind as you're heading out the door. You may want to budget a few minutes to scrape off the car windshield. Some light frost tomorrow night, too. Our frost chances go down heading into the weekend, but then early next week, the weather starts to cool down again, and we'll have more frost chances as we move ahead. We're getting into that time of the year where temperatures will be more commonly near or below freezing in just a couple more weeks. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, of course, looking dry across the area. We'll stay dry for the next couple of days. We do have some heavy rainfall in the forecast for Friday with the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole. More on that in just a minute. Big Moose 34 degrees, Dolgeville 42, 43 in Little Falls, Whitesboro 41, across Southern Valleys, Sherburne 43, as well as Cooperstown and Skanevis with 41. If you are taking the dog out for a walk, make sure you're easily seen on the roadways. Temperatures will be in the 30s. It will be a chilly night, and tonight's featured dog is Casper from Clinton. But if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. This is brought to you by Staffworks. Our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast keeps us dry tonight. High pressure remains in control of our weather. Again, a cold start to the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the 20s early. We'll warm up very quickly. Temperatures in the upper 40s by lunchtime and into the mid-50s in the afternoon. The weather remains dry tomorrow night. On Thursday, it's looking warm. Starting out a little chilly, temperatures in the 30s, but I'm expecting temperatures to climb into the 60s heading into Thursday afternoon. We're keeping an eye on a developing tropical system. This is Tropical Storm Nicole, likely making landfall in Florida as we head into early Thursday morning. The latest track from the National Hurricane Center does bring this into upstate New York Friday, late Friday into Friday night, and we could be seeing potentially heavy rainfall from this. We're making this an alert day to give you the early heads up for some locally heavy rain Friday night. Frost tonight down to 22, sunshine tomorrow, temperatures in the mid-50s. Another beautiful day Thursday, 64, and then the potential of some heavy rainfall late Friday into Friday night, followed by a big time cool down. Temperatures in the 30s as we head into Monday and tracking some snow showers as we head into Monday morning. So big changes ahead. We're going to have more on how much rain we could be talking about Friday afternoon and evening coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Thanks, Bill. All across the country, rare late season storm, the kind not seen in decades, is on the verge of hitting Florida, where many are still struggling to recover from Hurricane Ian. And right now, Tropical Storm Nicole, well, it's forecast to strengthen before making landfall along Florida's east coast late Wednesday into Thursday. Mike Valerio has the very latest for us tonight.
Florida is bracing for a destructive deja vu. Tropical Storm Nicole is expected to intensify into a Category 1 hurricane, a mere 6 weeks after deadly Hurricane Ian hit central Florida. Thousands who survived Ian are once again being urged to stock up on supplies and get ready to hunker down.
Today is the day to get ready. Make sure you have your preparedness kit, your disaster supplies ready, food and water. Make sure your gas tank is full. Make sure you have medicine and prescriptions, cash on hand.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency in 34 counties, all potentially in the path of Nicole. Emergency officials are warning of heavy winds and rain, rip currents, beach erosion, possible flooding, and storm surges.
Storm surge on top of a full moon, on top of high tides. Storm surge amount of 2 to 4 feet, and it could be 5 feet in certain locations.
Power companies are also preparing, removing or cutting tree limbs already damaged by Ian. Officials reportedly say the branches often are the biggest source of outages. Nicole is arriving in the final weeks of the hurricane season. If the system develops into a Category 1 storm, it could be the first November hurricane to hit the U.S. in 37 years. I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Nighttime skywatchers from East Asia to North America were treated to a rare spectacle of a beaver blood moon today, as the sun, earth, and moon, sun all produced a lunar eclipse for the first time until 2025. It was actually this morning. Tuesday's event, actually today, marks the second blood moon this year, following one in mid-May. The next one, mark your calendars, not expected until March 14th, 2025. Skywatchers in Asia and Australia saw it with their evening moon rise, while the spectacle played out for observers here this morning before the moon set. A shocking delay of the Powerball results, but they're in things for later in the week as well, aren't we, Bill?
Yeah, and we are ringing the bell here, letting you know that it's going to be an alert day for Friday. It's an early heads up here. We're tracking the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole. We think that this system will be moving into central New York late in the day Friday and into Friday night. I know it's been really dry. In fact, just yesterday, we were talking about wildfire weather with conditions being incredibly dry. However, looking at this situation, a lot of rain in a short period of time can still cause flooding. It may not be widespread, but it still could be enough where it could slow you down. And again, we're talking about Friday evening, Friday night, thinking a general 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. That's the early call here. And so, again, that's enough rain where we could see some localized flooding. We obviously are going to keep a close eye on this because things can change quite a bit between now and Friday. But, again, it's enough where we want to give you the early heads up. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is a quiet evening. It's going to be dry. It'll be chilly. But if you haven't voted yet, don't let the weather stop you. Temperatures will be in the 30s this evening. We've got some warmer weather over the next couple of days. And look at the forecasts coming out. Back over to you.
All right, JFK Middle School in Utica had a...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track clear skies across central New York, and it's going to be a cold one tonight. Temperatures are expected to fall well below freezing. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower Cam overlooking Cooperstown, and it's already cooling off, already into the 30s in many areas. If you were up early this morning, you saw a red moon. If you were looking outside to the west, this picture from Jody capturing the total lunar eclipse taking place earlier today. We had clear skies across central New York, and definitely worth getting up early for. Going to bed tonight, the frost is expected to develop overnight. That means you're going to want to budget a few minutes to scrape off the car if you're heading out first thing tomorrow morning, about 5 to 10 minutes. I think the frost is going to be pretty heavy in some areas. Overnight lows are expected to drop into the low 20s. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is dry. Been a breezy day today. The breeze will be around for the next couple of days, and winds will be lighter tomorrow and Thursday compared to today. But then the winds pick up again for Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a windy week as we look ahead to the weekend and early next week as the weather turns much colder. Barneveld 38 degrees, Forestport Mike 35, Bill and Old Forge 36, Jeff and Mohawk 41, Newport 41 degrees, Cassville 39, West Lawrence 43, and Lyman and Eaton checking in with 38. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 20s. We start out Wednesday morning with sunshine. Should be a beautiful day tomorrow, and it will feel and be warmer than today. will be in the upper 40s around lunchtime and into the mid-50s in the afternoon. Skies remain clear tomorrow night. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s to upper 20s. Another dry and sunny Thursday. Thursday's looking warmer. We'll make our way into the mid-60s, so it does get warm again as we head into the end of the week. Frost tonight down to 22. Tomorrow, sunshine. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Looking ahead, we have to pay attention to Tropical Storm Nicole. It impacts Florida. It's expected to impact us as we head into Friday evening and Friday night. That's why we have red on the 7-day Storm Tracker 2 alert day for the potential of heavy rainfall. We're thinking a general 2 to 3 inches of rain this far in advance for that, which could promote some localized flooding. That rain continues into very early Saturday, but then we'll get a chance to dry out. 53 degrees, that'll be an early high. We're into the low 40s on Sunday, and temperatures continue to plunge. In fact, it looks cold enough for lake effect snow showers as we head into Sunday night and Monday. Monday's high only in the upper 30s. We'll be right back.
Time now for a first look at your forecast at 6. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
If you're a procrastinator and you haven't gotten out to vote yet, don't let the weather stop you. There's still time, and it is going to be dry and clear this evening. Temperatures will be in the 30s over the next several hours. Again, looking at lighter winds and, again, cooling conditions. We'll start to see some frost develop later this evening, but I think that'll be after 8 p.m. If you were up early this morning, you were in for a treat. The lunar eclipse did not disappoint. We had clear skies. This picture from Steve. The lunar eclipse, of course, is when the Earth casts its shadow over the moon, and it made it look red earlier this morning. Current temperature is 39 degrees, clear skies. We've got a light wind out there. We're dry in the York Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather this evening, again, looking chilly. We're going to continue to cool off very quickly this evening. Overnight lows down into the 20s. Our next rainfall event could be quite a heavy one. We're going to be experiencing potentially the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole. I'll let you know when that is expected to arrive coming out. Back over to you.
I lost the power.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Clear skies tonight, looking to be the coldest night so far this season. Most areas fall into the low 20s. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Cavby Tower Cam. We're overlooking the city of Utica on this clear night. Tonight, again, coldest night over the next several days as well. Expecting a hard freeze tomorrow morning. We'll be in the low 20s. Down into the upper 20s tomorrow night, a light freeze. Frost is possible heading into Thursday night, but then our frost chances diminish. Back into the cards again as we head into Sunday night. And this is just a reminder, we're getting into that time of the year where we're going to pretty soon be getting more nights near freezing than not. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar looking clear across the area. It's been windy lately. The breeze will diminish somewhat tomorrow and Thursday. Then the winds pick up again heading into Friday and Saturday. Our sky watchers checking in. Barneveld 38 degrees. Clinton, Bob with 39. West Leiden 35. Continuing to cool off quickly this evening. 35. Mark's checking in Milford. Christopher and Edmonston 39. And Lyman and Eaton with 38. It remains clear tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. We'll start out tomorrow morning with sunshine at 7 a.m. Temperatures in the low 30s. We'll warm up tomorrow. It'll be in the upper 40s to near 50 around noon and into the mid-50s in the afternoon. So about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow compared to today. We'll remain clear tomorrow night. Overnight lows drop to near freezing again as we head into Thursday morning, 7 a.m. sunshine. Another cool start. Thursday is looking warm. Temperatures make a surge into the 60s under mostly sunny skies. Looking ahead, things change in a very big way, and we're looking to the south tonight. What we're watching here is the formation of Tropical Storm Nicole, looking to take aim towards Florida as a Category 1 hurricane. But watch what happens with this system as it heads into the northeast, likely heading into the northeast as we head into Saturday morning. This is the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. The track has been adjusted westward. We're watching all these trends. We're noticing is that this storm is moving west, which means there's a higher likelihood that we'll see some heavy rain from this late Friday and into Friday night. Because of that, we're letting you know we've got a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Friday. Thinking a general 2 to perhaps 3 inches of rain from this. Coming down in a relatively short period of time could be enough to promote or at least cause some localized flooding. And again, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Frost tonight down to 22. Sunshine tomorrow, 56 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, some locally heavy rain possible Friday, 64. It gets a lot cooler here heading into the weekend. Low 50s Saturday, upper 40s, or low 40s rather, Sunday. Cold enough for snow showers as we look ahead to Monday morning. Highs by the afternoon only in the upper 30s. Back over to you.
All right, Bill, you know we weren't going to have 70s forever.
It was nice while we had it.
Absolutely. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. The Chief Meteorologist, Bill Curtis.
Frost is going to be a concern heading into tomorrow morning. You're going to want to budget some time to scrape off the car windshield. I think maybe about 5 to 6 minutes in order to do that. We're looking at temperatures that'll drop down into the 20s tonight, so it's expected to be the coldest night so far this season. Our current temperature is already 33 degrees, so we're very close to the freezing mark with clear skies and light winds, and we'll continue to drop pretty quickly heading into tonight. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking dry, and we will stay dry for the next couple of days before our next chance of rain here as we head into the end of the week. Clear skies tonight down to 22. Our next chance of rain looks to be very heavy rain from the leftovers of Tropical Storm Nicole. We're tracking that, and look at that forecast coming up. Back over to you.
All right, continuing coverage of an equipment.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look in Cooperstown. Our Utica National Tower Cam is showing that the winds are much lighter. You can see the flag is not moving around very much. As the winds become light, temperatures continue to free fall. We'll fall below freezing here over the next couple of hours with widespread frost expected tomorrow morning. Expecting a hard freeze here first thing Wednesday morning. The overnight lows are still pretty cold tomorrow night. We'll see temperatures into the upper 20s, but the overnight lows come up over the next few days. We'll stay away from frost here as we head into the weekend as temperatures get warmer. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. It's been windy for the past couple of days. The winds will be around, but they're lighter tomorrow and Thursday. The winds will increase as we look ahead to Friday and Saturday ahead of our next weather maker. Our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, we're looking at high pressure taking control of our weather. Again, it's cold tonight. Many areas start out in the low 20s, so you definitely want to grab the jacket and the sunglasses if you're heading out tomorrow. Looking at temperatures warming up fast. I think we'll be in the upper 40s around lunchtime, and we'll be into the mid 50s heading into tomorrow afternoon with just a light south wind. Tomorrow night, clear skies. Once again, pretty chilly. We're down into the 30s and upper 20s across most areas. As we look ahead to Thursday, a south wind really starts to kick in, and that's going to bring temperatures into the mid 60s. So some warmer weather will be returning to our area. As we look to the south, this area of clouds is the developing storm called Nicole, a tropical storm now, likely going to be a hurricane by the time it makes landfall in south central Florida. This has a likelihood of impacting our local weather. The track of this storm takes it across downstate New York, and in the time frame of Friday evening and Friday night, we could be talking about some locally heavy rain. And so we've made this a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Again, heavy rain possible. Early projections, we're looking at about 2 to 3 inches of rain in a relatively short period of time. So again, that could cause some issues here Friday night. And we wanted to give you the early heads up. Frost tonight down to 22. Beautiful day tomorrow, high 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Warm Thursday, sunny 64. Again, heavy rain possible Friday, that alert day. It cools down into the 50s on Saturday, 40s on Sunday. Cold enough for some snow showers as we look ahead to Monday with highs only in the upper 30s. We'll be right back.
Curtis, he's looking ahead to Friday, but also some pleasant conditions before then.
Yeah, we're going to have some sunshine here as we head into the next couple of days. It's going to be cold tonight. Budget some time to scrape off the car windshield. I think we're talking about a pretty widespread frost in central New York. You might want to budget in a few minutes to take care of that first thing tomorrow morning. Temperature-wise, it's cold. We're already down to 31, already below freezing. We will continue to take that plunge tonight into the low 20s with clear skies and light winds. It remains dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, tonight, overnight lows drop down into the low 20s. A cold start to our Wednesday. We're going to see plenty of sunshine Wednesday afternoon. Our next chance of rain looks to be quite heavy with the leftovers of Tropical Storm Nicole. We're tracking when that arrives and how heavy that rain could be, and that's coming up. Back over to you.
What is happening in Oneida County?
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our tower cam overlooking Cooperstown, sponsored by Utica National. You can see the flag is not moving very much. We have light winds tonight, and that's setting the stage for a cold night tonight with overnight lows in the low 20s. So a hard freeze expected tomorrow morning. We're expecting temperatures to fall below freezing again tomorrow night. The overnight lows will climb a bit heading into the middle of the week. We won't be dealing with frost going forward once we get through the next 2 nights, at least heading into the weekend. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking dry. It's been breezy for the past couple of days, if not windy at times. The breeze is around tomorrow and Thursday, generally a light breeze. The winds pick up heading into Friday and Saturday as more unsettled weather returns to central New York. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. It's a cold start to Wednesday morning at temperatures below freezing at 7 a.m. You'll need the sunglasses throughout the day. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s at lunchtime. We'll make our way into the mid 50s in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, the weather looks dry with clear skies. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. And then Thursday, we'll see sunshine. Temperatures once again climb pretty quickly. We're going to be warmer Thursday afternoon with highs in the mid 60s. Then our weather starts to change, and it happens to be what's taking place right now off the Atlantic coast. This big swirl is developing Tropical Storm Nicole, which is expected to become a hurricane and make landfall in Florida very early Thursday morning. The track of this storm likely carries it into the northeast. This is the track for the National Hurricane Center, bringing the storm right across downstate New York, potentially over our area as well. And that means we could be in store for some locally heavy rainfall. We've made Friday a Storm Tracker 2 alert day because of this. The potential of widespread heavy rainfall, 2 to 3 inches of rain, and localized flooding. We also could even see some thunderstorms. And again, the track of this will bring it right across the area as we head into Friday, especially Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Friday night through early Saturday. Frost tonight down to 22, sunshine tomorrow, beautiful day, a high of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Heavy rain on Friday, temperatures in the 60s. Saturday will dry out and cool down. It's looking chilly Sunday with highs only in the low 40s. Cold enough for lake effect snow showers Sunday night into Monday. Temperatures chilly early next week with highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. We'll be right back.